take a tour with me and meet all my inverts. Hello everyone and welcome back to Spooderpods. I am Dave and today we are going for a little tour around my invert room, aka the bedroom. We don't keep any inverts with our parrots because we don't want them disturbing each other, so we love to have them all in our bedroom, although it does limit us a little bit on space. So I thought I'd take you around and show you all my inverts so you can meet all of them and get to know how I set things up a little bit. I'd start off with the main area where we keep most of our inverts. On the top shelf, this is where we keep most of our slings and smaller tarantulas and little bugs. On this side we have our arboreals, have some very small slings there. We have, well, more slings basically, and a few of the small cubes. We've actually started labelling them now because it's quite difficult to keep track of all of the scientific names and all the different species. And we do try and name every tarantula. For example, we have Astro here and we have Cosmo next door, but it is getting a bit much really. We have to have a sort of notice board, which I'll show you a bit later, where we can keep track of everything. Moving down, we have our next shelf where we have Midnight, we have Woody, who's really getting old now, but he's doing really well. And we have Solid Snake as well, who's also really old and doing amazingly well. I'm so glad she's still with us. We also have one of our carnivorous plants here to catch any fungus gnats without settling down. And this is kind of what's supposed to be the Mantis shelf, although most of the Mantids are actually on the shelf below, as you're about to see. Next shelf, and this one's a bit crowded at the moment. It's not supposed to be, but this is how it's ended up. And in front we have our Mantids. I have Crystal, who's also getting really old now actually. We have Yoshi, which is one of our newer Mantids. We have Boo 2, which is our new Ghost Mantis. And we also have Jewel, our Jewel Mantis there. And at the back, you can see our jumping spiders. We have, I actually remember all these names because I'm just a big jumping spider fan. We have Noodle, we have Maya, we have Levi, and we have Shroom. And if you can just see their Shrooms at the front there, because she's very, very active all the time. These shelves are supposed to actually be themed, like we're supposed to have a Mantis shelf, jumping spider shelf, sling shelf, but at the moment it's a bit chaotic, they're kind of all over the place. But I thought I'd just show you what it's like. Next shelf down is actually themed, and that is a tarantula shelf. We have Stella and Azul at the back, and we have some sort of, well, they're getting towards juvenile sort of age. Slings, nicely labelled there, and then we have, what is Sophie? Oh yeah, Nightshade. And Nightshade's, I'm trying to give you an actual nice view of Nightshade there. Nightshade's mega active and very cool looking. But these are where we keep the bugs that are a little bit more disturbed by sunlight. You know, obviously the jumping spiders and mantids absolutely love sunlight, so they get more exposure up there, whereas lower down it's a bit cooler and a bit darker. And finally, on the bottom shelf, this is where I keep most of my isopods. We have my Panda Kings, Magic Potions, Sharks and Plugies. We can't see it right down the back, we have some Lavis as well. And then we have some more tarantulas and velvet spiders, again a bit more light sensitive, so they're on the bottom shelf here. This also does get changed around a little bit depending on what requirements we have and what spoods need what, but this is currently the arrangement we have, and then a little bit of storage underneath. Over here on my side of the room, just beneath my Lego museum, because I love a bit of building, you can't actually see her annoyingly, but this is the enclosure for Tickles, who's a Chilean Rose. She's a juvenile, she's absolutely beautiful. She's almost always out, but for some reason today, as I'm filming, she's decided she doesn't fancy coming out, but she's on my side of the room. Over on Sophie's side, because these are kind of like our favourites I suppose, although we love them all, we have Aurelia, which is Sophie's Chaco Golden Knee, who when she arrived she blocked up this lovely burrow that Sophie made for her, and you can only ever see her via a crack there in her little feet. Don't know if she's pre-molt, but she's not very busy at the moment, and Sophie's a bit disappointed we don't get to see her much. On this side we have, I think you can see her there, Shelob, our curly hair. We have Diego, who's recently molted, who's absolutely beautiful looking now and always out, and our blue death veining beetles. Now Diego isn't normally on top of the blue death veining beetles, but it's been a bit chaotic here. We've got a lot of rearrangement, so he's going to have his own spot very soon. You've been also asking where I store invert supplies. I just keep them under the bed in airtight containers. We have some spare enclosures there. We have different airtight containers for different things. For example, we have decor, fake plants, sort of isopod bits, and like not live food, we keep live food elsewhere, I'll show you that in a second. Isopod bits and like leaf litter, sort of extra supplies there as well. Keep our live food, which is pretty low at the moment, in this little tub with a bit of Vaseline around the top to prevent any escapes. And then we also have our lovely notice board where we keep track of things. We're animal trainers, so you can probably see why it's so organised. And on our side is our parrot training sort of tracking, and then we have our tracking and dates and times for when all our inverts ate. Also a maintenance and to-do list, which is currently quite low, so we can keep on top of things very well. So there you have it. There is our sort of bug room or bug life tour, showing you how we do things and where we keep things. It's always changing because obviously bugs don't last forever, and we are trying to make more room or change things up. These tarantulas are going to grow up, so we're obviously going to have to change things then. But I thought it'd be nice for you to see how I do things and how I set things up. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you down below. But in the meantime, take care and see you later.